Hey guys, it's Sunday, and you know what that means. We're going to be chatting about new makeup today. So I post this style of video every Sunday, and I share everything that comes in throughout the week. So you'll get to see PR packages from makeup brands, as well as things that I might have purchased online or in stores. So it's just a great behind the scenes look at what's new and a great way to see makeup up close with swatches. Then at the end of the video, I'll share my thoughts on whatever products I got a chance to try out throughout the week. So it's part haul, part mini reviews. So if that sounds good to you, let's get started, and I'll meet you guys back here at the end with my final thoughts. Hey friends, it's Monday, and I just got a couple things in. I got a package from Physicians Formula, and also I got my Colourpop order. That's my husband's back there. So the Physicians Formula, they sent me the Breakfast Club collection. So you might remember in my last Sunday haul, I showed the palette, the Volume 1 face palette. So it looks like they sent me the rest of the collection in here. Let's just open it up quick and check it out. Yep, so Volume 1, I already have. I'm going to put this in the giveaway pile. I'll see what Volume 2 looks like. If I think it's something I can wear, then I'll swatch it. If I feel like it's too dark for me, then I'll probably put that in a giveaway as well. Then we have the eyeshadow palette, a mascara, and 3 lipsticks. So why don't we just take all of this upstairs, we'll swatch it underneath my ring light and see what it looks like. Okay, so first up we have the Volume 1. I'm actually going to put this aside. I'll show you the one that I opened already. So this is what it looks like inside. I just think it's so beautiful. You have like kind of a duochrome highlight here, and then a champagne highlight, 2 matte blushes, and then 2 bronzers. So I'll show you what this looks like swatched. All right, so I think this is perfect for fair to light skin tones. I think even medium could get away with this as well. You do have a deeper bronzer and then one that I feel like is kind of too light. I'm sort of in between these two, but I could always mix them together. The blushes are perfect. The highlighter is also super gorgeous. A few people were saying that this was a cream highlighter, and it actually does look like they're cream highlighters, but when you swatch it, it's just a powder. So I just wanted to mention that as well. And this has no scent to it either. So there's no coconut butter bronzer type scent at all. It's completely unscented, which is a good thing. And then next, let's take a quick look at Volume 2. And I definitely think this one is going to be too deep for me. I wouldn't use this highlighter color. I also wouldn't use these bronzers. So I'm going to save this one and just include it in a future giveaway. I'm just about to hit 100K, and I plan to do a lot of giveaways. So I'd rather one of you guys have this and enjoy it than me just swatching it and then putting it in a bin somewhere. So I just wanted to show you the colors in case you're curious. And then let's check out the eyeshadow palette next. So the palette's called Being Bad Feels Pretty Good. It has 12 shades inside, and I can confirm that this does have the butter bronzer scent because I smelled it as soon as I opened it. So it's pretty strong, but I just want to go ahead and do some quick swatches of this as well. So let's do a couple of live swatches first. Oh my gosh, this picks up so easily. Like, it's really, really chunky. There's like a lot of fallout. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's not focusing on my finger, but yeah. I barely have to press my finger into these shadows and they're like really powdery. All right. But wow, look at the butteriness and just super, super smooth. And let's try some of the matte shades. This purple one has like little micro glitters in it. And then we have this orange. Really, there's not that many mattes. There's these two, then this brown and this one. And then we have some like satiny finishes as well. And then the shimmer shades. So here's the mattes. And then let's do one of the satiny shades. Yeah, so I mean, the formula seems pretty decent. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the whole palette and we'll see what all the colors look like. All right, so this is actually, to me, more exciting once I see it swatched than actually looking at the palette itself. I don't know why, but I think maybe because these shimmer shades are just so foiled and beautiful, and some of these colors, like this one, is just such a beautiful lid shade. And I like how they included some that are a little bit more subtle too. So if I don't want like a bright metallic look, I could go for like this satiny purple or these satiny ones down here, and it's just like a little more subtle. It's kind of a shame that there isn't a lighter crease shade because you have all the mattes basically are dark, and then you have this one really light one. But I could probably use this kind of satiny shade in my crease. It probably would work out fine, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on this palette down below and whether it's something that you would buy or would you skip it. All right, and then here's the Detention mascara. So let's take a look at the brush. On the card that they sent over, it says that this is a full volume and length mascara, that it's infused with lash strengthening keratin for the blackest of black pigments to deliver dramatic results with all day wear. It's also supposed to be a non-clumping formula. And then we have these 3 lipsticks called the Princess. So this says you'll get long wearing full coverage with 1 swipe, and that they have a semi-matte finish. So we have I Don't Like Mondays, and this one is Get Real, and then this one is The World is an Imperfect Place. So let's just do some quick swatches. We have I Don't Like Mondays. Then we have The World is an Imperfect Place. This is like a bright pink. They do feel really creamy as well. And then this one is Get Real. Kind of like a rosy pink. So I'd love to hear what you guys think of this collection down in the comments below. All right, and then next I have my Colourpop order. So I got their new Super Shock bronzers. I ended up getting some replacements for some other Super Shock blushes. These are like my 3 favorite staple colors that I've repurchased countless times now. I usually replace them about once a year. They do tend to dry out, or I just hit pan on them. And then because I've been loving Super Shock shadows so much this summer, I wanted to get 3 different colors that I haven't tried before. So I got those. And then I also got the Face and Body bronzer. You might remember like a month or 2 ago, I was talking about Sol's Face and Body makeup. And while I love this, it is a little bit yellow for me, and this was the least yellow option. This was light number 6, and I realized that they have a Face and Body bronzer that looks like pretty much the same thing, but the colors don't look quite as yellowy, so I was hoping that this shade might be a little better. This is the shade Fair. So let's just take a quick look at this. Yeah, I definitely think this is going to be a better color for me, just in general, if I want to tan my body. So why don't we just open this up and just swatch it really quick, and we'll try it out. So I'm just going to put a little bit here. Yeah, I mean, it's still slightly yellow tone, but definitely not as bad as the Face and Body makeup is. And even that, I could easily wear it. Once I blended it into my skin, it looked fine. And just something that wasn't quite as warm. So let me just see what this looks like. This blends in beautifully. It actually feels identical to the Face and Body makeup, although I will say this has that tropical coconutty scent to it, and the Face and Body makeup is unscented. So I just wanted to mention that. That is definitely one big difference. But let me just show you the difference in my 2 hands. I just took my Fitbit off here, so that's why it looks like that. I guess it was a little tight. But anyway, there's the difference in color. It definitely just adds a perfect bronzy glow. So I much prefer using a product like this versus self-tanner, just because it's easier, it washes off if I mess up, and really it sank right in and completely disappeared. This will definitely not come off on my clothing because there's just no residue. It just completely is dried down. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And let's check out the bronzers really quick. I'm so excited to see what these are like. I got the 2 lightest shades, I think. So I have Get Sandy and then I'll Bet. So I think Get Sandy is the lightest one. Yeah, that looks like such a perfect color. And then here's I'll Bet. So it's just a little bit warmer, a little bit deeper. So let's watch these really quick. I'm just loving cream bronzers lately. This one is Get Sandy. That is the perfect bronze. It's like a little bit rosy toned. Oh my gosh, that is so perfect because I have like a pink undertone, and that is like, that's my ideal color right there. And then let's try I'll Bet. All right, and then I'll Bet, yeah, it's really not that much deeper when you swatch it out. It's just a little bit warmer. I think I could totally still get away with that one as well, especially because once these are blended out, they're a little bit more sheer. But this one, absolutely perfect. I really like that one a lot. All right, then I'll quickly show you the Super Shock blushes. Like I said, these are my 3 staples that I've just repurchased so many times. We have Birthday Suit, which is like kind of a nudie pink. And this is what that looks like. If you've never tried the Super Shock formula, it dries instantly to a powder, so it's not something that's gonna stay sticky on your cheeks. You can apply them with a brush if you want to, or your fingers. They're just so easy. And then Between the Sheets is another one that I've loved for years. This one is even more of a nude pink actually than Birthday Suit. I feel like that one's a little bit pinker, and this one is really like a true nude pink. And then Prenup is another big favorite of mine. This is a gorgeous pink. This one almost has like a little purple or lavender in it, so it's a beautiful cool tone. It's actually very similar to Birthday Suit, but this one has a little hint of sheen to it, while Birthday Suit is a matte. So they're actually pretty close in color. Next up, let's look at the Colourpop shadows. So I actually just went through and swatched this one, and then I realized that my camera was paused. So I'm just gonna show it to you again. This one is Twitter pated, and this one I think was from their Bambi collection. And look at how beautiful this color is. It's so gorgeous. It has a little like shift to it. And I really love these for like a one and done shadow look. I've been wearing these all summer in lieu of eyeshadow palettes because they're just so easy. I just slick it on with a finger, add some mascara, and I'm good. All right, then the next shade is Frog. This one's like a super pale pink, but it has a lot of shimmer to it. It's a little bit shifty as well. And then last shade is I Heart This. So this looks like a beautiful taupey color. Oh my gosh, yeah, that is so, so pretty. All right, so just a quick recap. We have the bronzers in Get Sandy and I'll Bet. Then we have blushes in Birthday Suit, Between the Sheets, and Prenup. And then Super Shock shadows in Twitter Pated, Frog, and I Heart This. So I'm really excited to play with these. I'm gonna take them all on my upcoming vacation. Also, just quickly, I had also gotten these from Soul Body a couple of weeks ago now, and I forgot to mention them in a video, but I just wanted to share because I've really been enjoying them a lot. So I got the Vanilla Dream body polish and Vanilla Dream body creams. They have a couple different scents that you can choose from. I just thought Vanilla Dream sounded really good. And it kind of reminds me of Warm Vanilla Sugar from Bath & Body Works. It smells a lot like that. But this scrub is so nice. It's not one of those like grainy scrubs where you scoop it out and the grains go everywhere. It's like a creamy scrub. So it really holds together well. And it's gentle, but at the same time, it definitely gets the job done. And it has like an oil base, so it just makes my skin so soft. And these are pretty affordable as well on the Colourpop site. So it's just one of those things I really don't hear a lot of people talking about when it comes to Colourpop. Everybody talks about the makeup, but I feel like Soul Body has some really cool stuff. All right, so I just washed the scrub off and you can see like my skin looks so much brighter on this side and it feels so smooth and soft. I almost feel like I don't need moisturizer, but this is the Vanilla Dream body cream. And this has the same exact scent as the scrub, so it smells just like Warm Vanilla Sugar. And it's such a nice formula. It's so creamy and really super hydrating. Like I have very dry skin and this is definitely more than enough moisturizer for me. And I love putting this scent on at night before bed because it's just so like warm and cozy. So I've been loving these a lot from Soul Body. And again, definitely check out the body bronzer as well. I'll definitely test it out during the week and let you guys know at the end of the video my thoughts on it, how it compares to this one. But so far it feels very similar. Hey guys, it's Tuesday. I just got a box from Doll 10. They sent me over some of my favorite products plus some brand new things to try. So I'm really, really excited. There's kind of a mix of skincare and makeup in here. So let's just quickly go through the two skincare products that they sent. The first one is the Smooth Assist Overnight Facial Micellar Retexturizing Pads. Basically, these are, I mean, you can use them for makeup removal, but they basically just really deep clean your skin. So I love to use these after I'm done cleansing, and then I just kind of smooth one of these over my face and get rid of any like residue that maybe the cleanser left behind or any leftover makeup that maybe my cleanser didn't get. They're exfoliating as well, so they get rid of like dead skin cells. They have a bunch of different acids. They have glycolic acid, salicylic, malic acid, lactic acid. Then they also have niacinamide and willow bark. So these, even though they sound pretty intense with all of those different acids, They don't sting or burn my skin at all. And my skin is pretty sensitive. A lot of nights I just use these in place of a toner. And what I love about them too is that one side is kind of a little bit more rough. So it'll slightly physically exfoliate and then the other side is smooth. So these are just amazing. Highly recommend them. Another thing they sent over is their Overnight Facial Daily Dissolve Enzyme Cleansing Balm. This is an amazing cleansing balm. I actually have one open already, so I'm just going to put this one to the side for now. But I want to show you quickly just the texture of it. So this is a new one that I opened pretty recently. And this is one of my favorite cleansing balms because it doesn't leave a greasy residue behind on my skin. It gets rid of all my makeup. It reminds me a lot of like the It Cosmetics one, if you've ever tried that. It just really rinses away clean and leaves my skin so soft. So this is another amazing product from Doll 10. I feel like their skincare is very underrated. Also, oh my gosh, they sent over the Perfect Pow Ultra Repair Night Therapy. This is such a good lip balm. It's so good. It has ceramides and it also has hyaluronic filling spheres, so it really like smooths out your lip lines and just makes your lips look and feel so soft and kind of plumped up. And it's also unscented as well. So if you're sensitive to fragrance or you just don't want a fragrance lip product, this is so good. Next, we have the Doll Skin Genius Tinted Serum Primer. This is also another great one. I've talked about this in videos before. It has such an amazing texture. I actually have one open already, so I'm going to put this one aside. So I have mine in the shade 2. This is actually in 1.5, so it's a little bit lighter, but shade number 2 is the one that I was using. This is basically a tinted primer, so you can use this by itself or you can use it as a primer, but it smooths out your skin. It has sort of like a moussey texture. And it adds a decent amount of coverage too. Yeah, I feel like shade 2 is maybe just slightly deep for me, but right now I have a little bit of a tan, so I think it works for now. I might switch to the 1.5 as we head into the winter, but it has such a smoothing feel. It gives your skin like that airbrushed look of a primer, but with some coverage. So you can see like it definitely makes my skin look so much better on this side than over here. My hands are dry besides, but it also has some skincare ingredients in it too. It has aloe, hyaluronic acid, licorice, vitamin C, phytocollagen, green tea, turmeric, vitamin E, and also Genofix Day and Oat B Glucan. So what those are, it says over here that Oat B Glucan is a naturally occurring plant-based biological repairing active that improves issues associated with sensitive skin like dryness, redness, and itchiness. And Genofix or Genofix Day is a proprietary ingredient that powers up cellular repair thanks to its light activated enzymes. So it basically like repairs your skin as it's exposed to light, which is really cool. So this is an awesome tinted primer. I also forgot to mention as I'm talking about these products, I have a coupon code to save 15% with Doll 10. So if anything interests you, then you could always use the code and save a little bit of money as well. We also have the TCE concealer, which is This Covers Everything. These are really high coverage concealers, and I normally like something a little bit lighter coverage, but their concealer is the one high coverage formula that I feel like I can get away with because it just looks so natural on your skin. I also have one open of this already, so I'm just going to grab that and keep these to the side. So I'll show you the one that I have, which is the shade Fair. So it comes with this little metal applicator. Mine is dirty, sorry about that. But I love the metal applicator because it's so cooling. It feels really nice on your skin. And as you can see, this is like incredibly full coverage. I put way too much on, so you really don't need that much. But I just want to show you how smoothing this looks on your skin. So I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look heavy. It really just looks like my skin. It's so lightweight. If you only use like the tiniest little bit, like I said, do not use this much. You only need like the size of the head of a pin basically to cover your under eyes. And then you could always add a little bit more, but it feels almost weightless under your eyes and just gives incredible coverage. So really, really love this stuff. So this I haven't tried yet. This is the Doll Skin Genius, the Multitasker 3-in-1 Cream Color Stick, and it's in the shade Boss Babe. And you can use this on lips, eyes, and cheeks. And it looks like such a beautiful color. So let's just put a little bit on right here. Oh my gosh, yeah, that is like just the prettiest dusty rose. I love that. And it feels so creamy as well. Let me just see what it looks like blended out. It feels weightless, just like their cream blushes. You guys know how I feel about those. If you've been here on my channel for a while, they have the best cream blushes. They're so beautiful. So yeah, it dries right to a powdery finish. It doesn't feel like sticky or goopy at all. So that's really nice. And then they also sent their Doll Skin Genius Cheek Flush. So these are just cream blushes in a compact. I actually have Rose Flush already. So I'm going to put this one to the side maybe for a giveaway. And I'll use the one that I have already. But Berry Flush is new to me. So I haven't tried that one yet. But let me just swatch Rose Flush for you guys. So this one is like a really pretty, kind of brighter rose, and this one's more dusty. Um, this one almost has a little bit of peach in it. It's really, really pretty. And then we have Berry Flush, which I'm assuming is probably a little bit darker. That is a gorgeous color as well. And I want to say these might be like the updated packaging of those cream blushes that I was just talking about, the hydrogel cream balms, because those have been in the vault on their website for a while now, meaning like that they're on sale and I think they're being discontinued. So these have like the updated pink and rose gold packaging. So they feel like the exact same formula though. And then there are also two new products in the box that I've never tried. We have the Lash Remedy Transforming Peptide Mascara and this new lip product. This is the Perfect Pout Hydra Plump Lip Water. That sounds really interesting. I just want to put a little bit here and we'll just see. It kind of feels like the texture of a lip oil. I'll definitely have to try it if it's a plumping formula. I'm curious to see like if it tingles or not. So I'll let you guys know at the end of the video my thoughts on that one. And then here's the Lash Remedy Transforming Peptide Mascara. So let's just take a quick look at the brush. But again, I'm going to have to let you guys know my thoughts on this at the end once I've tried it. But this is actually in the brown shade. And the brush has just like a slight curve to it and it has like little tiny spikes. I've been wanting to try this mascara for a while, so I'm really excited to be able to test it out. So I'd love to hear from you guys. If you have some favorites from Doll 10, definitely let me know what they are down in the comments below. Hey there guys, it's Wednesday and I finally got my e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filters in the mail. So just a quick story, I ordered these on launch day and I paid for the expedited shipping because I wanted to be able to do a video on them and review them for you guys as soon as possible. And I got the shipping notification the next day, and as I was tracking it, it never left their warehouse. So 4 or 5 days later, I was like, okay, something's not right. I emailed them. It took them a while to get back to me, but long story short, they finally resent me my package, but it took way longer than expected. I got shade number 1 Fair and shade number 2 Fair Light. And I have my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter in the shade Fair. I had the big one and it just got so gunky. It was a couple years old, so I got rid of it. And I saw that they had these minis at Sephora, so I just grabbed a mini. These say that they have squalane and hyaluronic acid and is a glow booster that creates a skin enhancing soft focus effect for effortless radiance. Basically, you can use these all over your face underneath your foundation as like a glow booster. You can mix it with foundation, or you can even just use it on top of foundation as a highlighter. So it has the doe foot just like the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I feel like they are definitely duping that. So here's what the Fair shade looks like first. I remember when the Charlotte Tilbury one came out and everybody who was reviewing it was wearing it like a foundation, and she really wasn't very clear about how it was supposed to be used when it came out. So it was just really confusing, and I feel like now everybody kind of knows. But all right, there's Fair Light. So I'm just going to blend these out and we'll see what they look like. So these feel a little thicker than the Hollywood Flawless Filter, just a little bit. And they don't seem quite as glowy to me, but we'll see. There's the Fair. I feel like I probably put too much. All right, so here's the Fair, here's the Fair Light. I actually like the regular Fair one better for my skin tone. I think it just matches really well. This one's a little bit yellowy and it's a little bit darker than I would want, especially if I were to use it for a highlight. So now let's look at the Charlotte Tilbury in Fair. We'll kind of do a little comparison. So I'm gonna put it next to the e.l.f. Fair. It actually looks very close in color to me. Let's just blend it out. Yeah, this one is just slightly thinner, but they're pretty close in texture. And to me, the Charlotte Tilbury one looks a little glowier. Neither one of them has glitter or shimmer. They have more of like a pearly finish. I think the e.l.f. one is way more subtle. I hope that's picking up on camera and that you can kind of see what I'm seeing. But to be honest with you, that's not a bad thing. I like a little bit of glow these days, but if it's too much, I feel like it accentuates my pores and texture. So I would much rather have something just slightly less pearly. So anyway, I'm definitely going to put these to the test, and I'll be able to tell you once I actually wear it on my face how I like it compared to the Charlotte Tilbury one. But I have a feeling I'm going to really love this because I think this is just the perfect amount of glow. So I will definitely let you guys know my thoughts at the end of the video. Hey guys, it's Thursday. I just got back from Dollar General. I got a couple more things from LA Colors. So if you saw my video a couple days ago, I talked about my favorite products under 10, and some of them were from LA Colors. They have some really great stuff. I didn't even realize that they are part of the same company as LA Girl, and I love LA Girl. So I wanted to try their bronzer. A few of you guys had said that this color in Beachy was like a really good color. Also, I got one of their holographic iridescent lip glosses. It just looked really pretty. And then this Show It Off blush and highlight palette and the Browie Wowie brow pencil. So let's just look at this one really quickly. This is their skinny brow pencil, and I got it in the shade medium. This looks like it's going to be a good color, and also it's very small, so it's going to make those hair-like strokes. I don't feel like it's too warm looking, which is a good thing because I have more ashy toned brows. Also, let's check out the bronzer. I feel like this could potentially be a little bit deep for me, but I think the thing that I liked most about it is that it looks like a red toned bronzer, and those are really difficult to find. Most of them are orange or yellow based, and I love a red toned bronzer because I have pink in my skin, and when I get a natural tan, it has that reddish tone behind it. So I thought this looked like it was going to be an awesome color. Yeah, that is really, really nice. Hold on, let me just move this because I feel like the glare is kind of messing up the camera. Yeah, that's going to be an awesome bronzer color. So I love that. And it was only a couple of dollars, really, really affordable. And then we have the Show It Off blush and highlight palette. So here we have a matte highlighting powder, a shimmery one, and then two blushes. This one's a matte, and this one has just like tiny little micro glitters in it. I don't think it's necessarily like a shimmery color. Let's look at the blushes first. The powders feel really soft. Okay, so here's the matte one. That is such a nice like pinky nude. And then here's the one with the little micro glitters, which is just like a little bit more peachy. I'm just gonna build it up slightly so you guys could see. Those are really, honestly, the perfect neutral blushes. I love that. And let's look at the shimmery highlight. And then the matte one. So the shimmery highlight is so smooth. Wow, I was not expecting that at all. And then here's the matte one. Yeah, this highlight has no glitter. It's just like super smooth, pearly highlight. Wow, I'm like really impressed by these products, and everything is under 10 bucks. Some of them are even under 5, which is just crazy. And then this lip gloss, I got the shade Dream World. So it kind of has, let me just move this again. It's pink, and it seems like it almost has a little hint of a blue shift to it. I don't know. Let's take a look. I'm just gonna put it right here. I'm not expecting it to have too much color because it's a gloss, so yeah, it's pretty sheer, but it has kind of a thicker formula. I don't know if it's going to be sticky or not, but I will definitely test it out this week and let you guys know my thoughts at the end. It has just a slight hint of like a vanilla scent to it, so it's very pleasant. It's not something overpowering or floral or anything. So yeah. Anyway, that's my little LA Colors haul. I'd love to hear what you guys think, if you've tried things from the brand, and what your favorites are. All right, guys, so that's everything. Let's go ahead and just do some quick mini reviews on some of the products I tried. So first we have the Physicians Formula palette. I really, really enjoy this. I'm actually wearing it today on my cheeks. I have on this peachy blush and also the gold highlight, and it's just beautiful. It's such a nice formula, and honestly, it's refreshing to use a Physicians Formula palette that doesn't smell like coconut like the butter bronzers. If you like their formulas but you don't want the heavy coconut scent, then this is definitely one to get. As far as the lipsticks go,
Not super impressed with these. They're very dry and stiff and a little bit waxy. I'm wearing the orangey one today. The World is an Imperfect Place, but I had to put a lip balm on top of it. Actually, I used the LA Colors holographic lip gloss. Even though this is pink and this is peachy, I just needed something to give this hydration, and I actually really do like this lip gloss. It's more like a liquid lip balm. It's not sticky at all. It has a really cushiony texture. It just feels so good on your lips. So I recommend this one definitely over these lipsticks. I really just was not a fan of these at all. Also from Physicians Formula, we had the Detention Mascara, which I think I left in my bathroom, but I wasn't a big fan of that either. I mean, it actually did give me really big lashes. I'll show you guys a before and after picture. So I was initially happy with it, and I liked the brush. It was more of a wet formula, so it built up very quickly, but unfortunately it smudged underneath my eyes after several hours of wear. So usually that's a deal breaker for me. If I get raccoon eyes from a mascara, I don't use it because I just don't know what's gonna happen if I'm out somewhere. I don't wanna be worried that it's rubbing off on my under eye area. So I did not get a chance to try the Physicians Formula palette yet. I intended to, but the week just got away from me. I was filming a lot of videos and I just didn't have a day to like sit down and try that one out, but I definitely will. But I am wearing the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in Twitter Pated today, and I love this color. This is so beautiful. It's like one of my favorite colors yet. It's just a beautiful peachy color with a golden shift, so it's really beautiful. I also love the Colourpop Super Shock Bronzer. So I know I've been talking about my Makeup Revolution cream bronzer, and I love this as well. I feel like the formulas are very similar. This one is just as easy to use as the Makeup Revolution. It dries right to a powder finish. I can use a brush with it and just blend it on my cheeks, and the Super Shock one doesn't move my foundation underneath. It doesn't feel sticky. It's just really like seamless and easy to work with. But I will say the color is just a little different than the Makeup Revolution. This one is a little bit darker. I have the light shade in this, and this shade, Get Sandy, is such a beautiful color. It's really a little bit more subtle. So it kind of just depends on what I'm looking for. I think they're both good, honestly, but I think I like the color of this one just like a tiny little bit more because it has that pinky undertone. So it's really pretty. When it comes to the Soul Body Bronzer, I really like this too. I think it's so similar to the Face and Body makeup. It's almost identical as far as the formula goes. So I think it just depends on whether you're looking for like a body makeup just to hide imperfections, or if you want something bronzy that's gonna give you a little bit of a deeper color, because that's what this one definitely does. I put it on my arms today and also my chest. I don't know why, for some reason my chest looks a little lighter than my arms. I think it's because I have lights shining, like bright lights that are more up here. So this part of me looks a little lighter than this part, but in person it looks even. And I just thought this was very easy to work with. It dries immediately. I didn't feel like I'm gonna get it all over my clothing. So this is a great way to fake tan without actually fake tanning, because it'll wash off right away. I'm using the brow pencil, the Browie Wowie from LA Colors, and I think this color, this medium color, is absolutely perfect. It's not too warm. It really matched my brows nicely, and I love the formula of this because it's not waxy, but it's not too stiff, so it draws on really nicely. I mean, this can compete with my ABH Brow Wiz, honestly, and it's like a couple of dollars. I'm just continuing to be impressed with LA Colors. I didn't end up trying the LA Colors bronzer or the cheek palette yet. I feel like I just need to do an LA Colors video at this point and just do a full face maybe. I think that would be really fun. The e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter, I really love this. I like it better than the Charlotte Tilbury. I think it's less glowy, like I was saying when I did swatches, and it almost gives your skin a little hint of coverage. I put this all over my face today, and I was intending to put foundation on top, and I forgot just because I felt like my skin looked pretty good with this. So I put concealer on, and then I was like, oh shoot, I forgot foundation, and I was putting the Colourpop Cream Bronzer on, and I'm like, oh well, I guess I'm not gonna put it on now. But it really does give a little hint of coverage and just a beautiful sheen. I always felt like when I put the Charlotte Tilbury one all over my face that I kind of looked like the Tin Man a little bit. I was just too glowy, and I didn't feel that way at all with the e.l.f. one. It just gave my skin just enough glow, so it's very beautiful. I think the only thing is if you're going to be using it as a highlight on top of foundation, I think the Charlotte Tilbury one is going to show up a little bit better because it has more of that pearly finish. Like if you were gonna dot some on your cheekbones, let's say, I think the e.l.f. one is a lot more subtle and you might not notice it as much, but as an all over the face kind of thing, I definitely prefer the e.l.f. Even if I was gonna mix it in with foundation, I think I definitely would just stick with this one. If you have any kind of texture on your skin, I just feel like this is a lot more forgiving. And then when it comes to the Doll 10 products, I tried out this lip water and I really like it a lot. It's a little tingly at first, but what I loved about it is that it wasn't like intense, like it was a plumping gloss or anything, just like a little hint of a tingle, but it made my lips look really smooth and kind of smoothed out my lip lines. And it also feels like a nice clear liquid lip balm. It's not sticky and very hydrating, so I did really like that. I'm also wearing the Lash Remedy mascara from Doll 10 today, and this was my first time trying it, and I really love the results that it gave me. It's also a wet formula, so it really like built up quickly, and I didn't have to put too many coats on, and it gave me tons of length and volume. I'm not quite sure yet about the smudging aspects because I'm just wearing it today for the first time, but I'll let you guys know. Like I'll write down in the description box or I'll pin a comment and let you know if it does smudge later on today, but I haven't really had that issue with their other mascaras, so I'm hoping that it'll be okay. So anyway, guys, those are some initial thoughts on the things that I got a chance to try out. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on any of these products down below. If you've tried any of them or if you're thinking about trying them, I always love hearing your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today as always, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.